we say we like hate AI, yet we like heavily rely on it. Like we use it so often. And like people my age, like they like don't like AI, like they're afraid they'll like take their job in the future. And that's a fair assumption to make. But it's like, why are we like complaining about something that we literally like need to use like throughout our week, throughout like our day to help us? And for the people who don't use AI daily, I'm not going to say like you're missing out, but like you definitely do. And not in the same way that you might think. Like you might think like, oh, using AI daily is like, hey, like I'm gonna go on ChatGPT and kind of ask it for ideas, things to do, ways to structure my life, help with this school assignment or like with this work project, etc., etc. And it's not even just that. Like if you're scrolling on your phone and you're just looking at just different forms of content, you are looking at AI. You are looking at AI for your own entertainment satisfaction. And if you try to disagree, you're just wrong. And a lot of people complain about AI, yet they'll go on these, websites, these social media sites. They'll just put their time into something that is AI related or is used AI. Like people will use AI to, summarize things so they don't have to work as hard or, to make things more efficient for them. And like, yet people still complain. People hear, AI in music nowadays a little bit, just other forms of art, yet we still complain about it, even though we look at it in other aspects. Like if you're not going to look at human art and you're like, oh, like AI art shouldn't be like a thing, like human art is superior because it shows off like your creativity. Yeah, that makes sense. I agree with that. But then you're still just going to like, social media and you're just looking at AI like regardless. Like you don't even like care. You're just saying that to kind of sound human. Like that's like the thing I like don't really like about people is they kind of just say things to sound moral or to just like sound human, when in reality like they like truly just don't believe those things or are just saying those things to feel more respected or just kind of get more like kudos from other people. And it like really really annoys me because like I think AI is like the main thing nowadays. Like obviously in the past we've complained about like so many different things in our past, like like how flying like gets delayed and stuff. Like you're literally flying to different areas. It's like the most like efficient way to travel, or just driving. Like we didn't used to be able to do that super super long ago, so like why are we just complaining about it? Like we have like self-driving cars. Like this is like improve like society is becoming more efficient, yet people are upset at it, yet people use it. And if you don't want to be more efficient with the technology that is given to you and like use your resources efficiently, then you can just do what like people did like 30 years ago, 40 years ago. But you can't just start complaining about how people are doing things better than you by being more efficient with the tools that we have. Like when I go back to my self-driving cars example, like yes, like while self-driving cars are like a thing, like they're not perfect, but they're much better than like having like drunk drivers on the road after a party. Like you're not going to want to have like drunk drivers just driving after a party. You'd rather just them get into their self-driving car if they had one. And like going back to like what I'm talking about, like with large corporations too, like people will buy like clothes, they'll buy designs, like sort of like fashion from these large corporations. They'll buy like products with their logo on it, and they'll do that not because it's like the cheapest option, but because they know that they're like the most reliable. You're not going to want to use or like invest into a small company that you don't know if it's going to be like legitimate or not, when you have this large corporation that's always been reliable for the past like half a century, like right in front of you. So like you're not going to want to even like think about going to like smaller or more unreliable variants. It's the same thing with AI. Like you can use AI and you can claim AI is unreliable, but like you're saving like so much time using AI, putting in the right prompts, like knowing knowing how to use AI, rather than just trying to find a bunch of articles or search it on like a bunch of different like websites and scrolling on that post or on like that website to just try to find out like what the information is. Like it's so much easier, yet we complain about it because of whatever reason. Like if you're going to complain about AI and complain about like new technologies in the world, then you shouldn't be using them at all in like any of the aspects. So if you're using it to like gain some sort of like, you know, entertainment satisfaction, like through like social media, like you're always going to stumble upon AI on social media, whether you realize it or not. Like I would say like 1 in every like 3 like short form like reels or sort of videos that you see online are going to have are either going to be fully AI or just like are going to have AI like incorporated in them. Like whether it's in the thumbnail or just in the sound, like in the voice, in the sound effects, pretty much everything you see nowadays is AI. And if you're going to watch that and be content with your life watching that for an hour or two to like a day, just like kind of wasting your life, then you should definitely be okay with AI being used in other places. And it just doesn't make any sense to me why we like complain so much. And I think the whole reason we complain so much is just because like we don't really know what to complain about. Like yes, like you could say like, oh, like the economy like sucks, or like, oh, like this sucks. But like you just say that because everybody else is saying it and everybody else is kind of like looking at it. But like when you really think about like what's going on in the world, you really like do research and you're able to kind of like come to your own conclusion yourself, you realize that like things aren't like horrible in like the world, or like in the world, like yes, they're like not good, but like with your life specifically, like you should not, like there's no room for you to complain like at all, unless you're in like a war zone in the Middle East. Like we have like all this technology in front of us, all this room for us to use our creativity. Like you can use this technology to help you like, you know, foster ideas and stuff like that. Yet we decide to just watch AI slop and watch videos with AI from people who aren't using their creativity and people who don't want to use their creativity and people who just complain about how AI takes away your creativity, when in reality, like if you can use it in a way that is like ethical, you're actually going to like, it's going to increase the amount of creativity you can have. I'm not saying just like completely like if you have an idea or like a passion you want to follow or something, like for me it was starting this YouTube channel. I don't use AI for this YouTube channel, but I use AI to like help me figure out like, should this title be good, or like what like my thumbnail like kind of like phrase should say. Like it kind of gives me like ideas for that. Whatever I talk about is like genuinely like authentically me, and whatever like I'm trying to tell to you guys, like I like have like an entire like Google Doc where I just basically will put like my video title, and then I'll kind of like write a few bullet points about things I'm going to say, and then I'll bounce off of those bullet points that I created myself. But like if you use like AI into that, it helps you foster creativity for yourself. And a lot of people just don't understand that and think like, oh, AI is just here to like take us over, and like AI like is just like awful. Like that just doesn't make any sense to me at all. And I think what we need to start doing is we need to start like using the technology that we have to do something different and become successful. You've already seen a lot of people do that, like these like content creators and stuff out there, and like people who like use technology, figure out like the different like patterns and like what people watch. Like people will do that out there, and then people will just watch it. And like, you can call them like stupid because they're acting stupid in their videos, but they're actually just like geniuses. Yet like they aren't really geniuses because it's not that hard to begin with. People just don't have the motivation anymore, or like the kind of creativity anymore, to actually get out there and start using their actual brain to do stuff. So what they do is like when they don't have any creativity, they're not going to want to see human creativity themselves, because that's going to make them feel bad about themselves. So they're just going to keep watching AI slop, like this AI like, you know, takeover that everybody's talking about. And they're going to keep just watching AI and like be proud of themselves when they can, like, you know, distinguish, oh, like AI, that's AI, that's real, that's AI, that's real. Like it's just like, it just blows my mind how like absurd people are, and just like how far they extend the lengths to cope about their own laziness and like flaws as a human being. And like, I don't think like you should hate on, like, you can hate the world and hate the people in it, but like at the end of the day, you're living in this world and you got to become like successful in this world. I'm not saying that like I'm trying to become like extremely successful on YouTube. This is just something that I wanted to do mainly for myself, since like I wanted to just kind of see what videos that I would be able to make and kind of talk about. This is kind of like my outlet, like my social outlet. I'm not really like talking to like many people like just in person right now. I will in college, but like over the summer it's been kind of lonely. So I'll kind of just like, I'm just kind of using YouTube to like kind of relay my thoughts, actually speak during the day. Like I've gone full days like without saying a single word, like not even like to like myself. Like I just have thoughts in my brain. And so like I use this as like a social outlet, not as like a means to like, you know, I'm not trying to like at all like, I don't know, trick you guys into like watching my like content because you guys are like sheep or whatever. I'm not like I don't like understand that. But like the main point I'm trying to make is like, if you're like not like trying to be creative, trying to do new things in life, you're just going to hate on everything that isn't like the norm. And because AI slop is the norm right now, you're going to hate on all human creativity. You're not going to give that any sort of engagement at all. And like, that is why our world is following this kind of formula. That's why content creators are kind of following this formula of just like have this sort of sound effect, have this sort of AI like you know, voiceover of the video. But it's all just like one giant like it just blows my mind. It's just one giant like scam, and we're all just kind of falling for it. And like we just complain about using AI for our own human creativity, when in reality like we haven't been using our own human creativity like at all. So like AI has just kind of moved into like being the best option for us. And while like I don't want AI to be like the primarily like focus of creativity, as I mentioned earlier, like you can use AI to help you form ideas and stuff if you're actually trying to use your own like human creativity. Like let your human creativity spark through the assisted help of AI. Don't just fully turn your human creativity into AI, and just don't fully give into just don't fully give into AI online, and actually like acknowledge human creativity. I'm kind of going around in circles here, so I'll end the video, but that's basically like the point I wanted to make. Like we like hate on things so much, yet we don't like we never really ask it to change. We never like do anything about it. Like, oh, like if you're gonna hate on AI slop, then just stop watching that content. You know, stop going on social media. Yet we're so addicted to it. So it's just like it just really like baffles me and confuses me. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and thank you guys all for watching.